I think you should do the pizza party
Do
stuff
it.
or the
Do it,
donuts
yeah.
for the team. I think you should, hey, you did great today. Here's an extra whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think there's a purpose behind that. And honestly, it doesn't have to be tangible gifts. I think there's something to be said about just even in front of everybody saying, hey, everybody, like, can we just give Riley a round of applause? Like, he just absolutely kicked butt today. Right.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Who's that from?
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah, isn't it? What's the? Come on, you should know this.
Why?
It's an old TV
Why should
show.
I know this?
It's an old TV
you
show.
tell me. Mr. Rogers'
Yes,
Neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers.
Whatever.
What a guy.
See, I did know. All right,
did.
that's fine. That's fine. He had a really big impact. I think just across
Generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know it.
Yeah.
I grew up a little bit with, yes, fine, right? But it was even before my time. It was,
True.
well, PBS, right? Like, I
Yeah,
think it was like the
PBS.
one of the 3 stations I grew up with. You grew up with maybe 300, but
Yeah, maybe,
30?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
I mean, somewhere in there. I don't know.
Now there's hundreds.
But I remember PBS,
Yeah.
Sesame Street and Elmo. And
But when you think about like the impact that has, right, and how Mr. Rogers, because I don't know if you know his entire story, but he was a part of the military for a while, and then he did the show, and he wanted to have an impact on kids and a meaningful like thing, right? Like, and I think there's something in society where we all want to have a purpose. We all want to have some sort of meaningful impact.
Yes. Yeah.
In our daily lives.
That's so crazy because guess what we're talking about today?
What are we talking about today?
Having a meaningful career.
Well, it's funny.
Working for a company who has some drive and some challenge and some meaning behind what they do.
So can fast food have that though? Like I'm going to tell you, like think about it, right? Like I don't know. I started with McDonald's thinking like you're just making burgers and fries. It's a paycheck. Like
well, but I mean, I've been here 11 years, and I mean over the last good handful, it's definitely more meaningful.
Okay.
And the things that we're doing actively in our restaurants and the things that we're actively trying to change is providing that meaning.
Yeah.
Was it like that before when I was a shift manager? No.
Sure.
I didn't feel that.
You didn't feel it, right?
But now I think because we're building it, we're making it meaningful, and we're putting that stuff behind there. It feels definitely better.
See, what I agree. I think from a cultural shift, what we're trying to show, and our team has an impact even if they don't know it. And I think us finding meaning in what we're doing, like it's there, we just maybe don't see it, right? So it's funny you mentioned because you said, well, as a shift manager, I didn't see it, but you're in a different role now. So what do you think the impact of that is between like what you were doing, what you're doing now, and like why all of a sudden do you see the impact? As you've switched roles, right, and you've gotten out of the restaurant, all of a sudden you're saying, hey, there's an impact here, but a lot of the stuff we've done for a long time, community events with McTeachers Nights, blood drives, right, donations within the community, trying to grow people and their abilities within the restaurants, right, having training plans with our team, like that hasn't changed.
This is true.
So for you, as you like, how do you see the difference?
Probably just be my from where my observation point was.
Okay.
And I would just say maybe from that higher level of outside of the restaurants.
Sure.
And honestly got to see different restaurants. It's probably a big thing for how I kind of saw that shift.
Yeah.
Is because, I was used to my restaurant and the culture that my restaurant had. Good, bad, and different, whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? But then you see other restaurants and how they operate and how and what their culture looks like, and you can kind of see, okay, there's something getting more consistent about everything. Yeah. Because before I was in my own restaurant.
Sure, you're within those 4 walls, and I think to your point, when we're within those 4 walls, because I was the same way, right? Like you don't see what's outside of that. You don't see even the impact you're having within that restaurant because I don't know, man. Like maybe it's just because I was young, right? And that maturity level, like I had to kind of grow up too. But like I never thought it made a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, I was young. I was high school when I was in restaurants, and so that weight, that impact, that meaningfulness didn't really click until I think maybe I just got older too.
Sure,
that could be part of it.
Sure,
being meaningful is kind of the theme of today's episode. So we got a quick clip that we're going to play, and then we're going to talk about it some more.
Yeah, perfect.
what is it that actually builds culture? If it's not forcing people to go outside and hang out and play volleyball together on a Friday night when they want to be hanging out with wife, husband, kids, what is the core that builds culture that people love coming to work?
I think people want to be a part of something meaningful. They want to be challenged. They want to be part of a team that's doing interesting things and that's challenged. It isn't about foosball and ping pong tables. I mean, for a while, that was what everybody was doing, right? We did it, and nobody used the stuff. To me, what we all want is we want to be part of something meaningful. When you create something meaningful and then you put a team together to work on it as a unit, that's when people thrive. That's when people engage fully.
I don't know, Eric. I kind of still want a foosball table.
Sure.
Sounds kind of fun.
I don't know. I thought the answer was pizza parties.
Nope, that's definitely not it.
No?
No, but in all seriousness, like, right, like if you try those things, like it's like the effort's there.
Yep.
But you still have to show the meaning behind it.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with recognition, right?
No.
Like I think you should do the pizza party stuff or the donuts for the team. I think you should, hey, you did great today. Here's an extra whatever, right? Like I think there's a purpose behind that. And honestly, it doesn't even have to be tangible gifts. I think there's something to be said about just even in front of everybody saying, hey, everybody, like, can we just give Riley a round of applause? Like, he just absolutely kicked butt today, right? And then think about the restaurant all being like, yeah, Riley. You know?
Oh my gosh, I'm coming back the next day and I'm going to kick butt again.
Yeah. So there's something to be said about that stuff.
Yes,
so I don't want to dismiss it.
No, absolutely.
But it has to be meaningful, you said.
And I think that's the missing piece.
Okay.
Right? I say we as in like our teams, bust their butt to get results, and we give them a pizza party and say, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
And we walk away.
Sure.
That's kind of, I think, what it would feel like or what it does feel like to those team members, right? But the difference, I think, is that connection to the meaningfulness. Hey, Team Byron, you guys did awesome in quarter 2. You guys crushed every result. You did this, you did that. We want to just celebrate you and give you this pizza party or give you this XYZ because we appreciate, the meaning and the work that you're doing in this restaurant. I don't know. That sounded kind of weird, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, if we're going back to helping our team understand that their purpose and they have meaning, because everybody does within our organization, everybody does within our team. Like, it's really nice when I get to go around the restaurants and I'll have guests come to me and say, hey, Billy's an all-star. I love coming to this restaurant because every time I know Billy's working and I'm going to get a smile, right? And I get my service and they'll see my car pull up and they already have my order in. Like, that means something to people, right? Like, I don't want to minimize, think about that. Like, we're 15-second therapists sometimes, right? Like, I always love that saying where you only get so much time with the customers, but like that can be the most important 15 seconds to that customer for their entire day.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I think what's the next step further, because you asked me like, oh, why didn't you feel the difference?
Yeah.
Like, why wasn't it meaningful to you then? And I think, it's the maturity, it's getting older, but then it's also, I get to be part of the cultural change or the cultural shift into this new wig and vision that we have as a company. And I just think that itself is super cool that, yes, we've always been developing people. Yes, we've always been, looking for future leaders and giving them the tools and resources. But I feel like now that it's almost like in your face and it's like our blood, it's who we are.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Because as an organization, we're trying to be more intentional about it, right? Like we have more of an intentional focus of building the right culture with the right people, right? And we're not perfect. Like I get all that, but our team has the ability to be that if they want to be. And that's where the development comes in. That's where the empowerment comes in. And that's where us trying to find the meaning within our work, like we have to be self-motivating to a degree, but it is there. The impact that we have on people's lives, and not just our crew, but our customers alike, like it's a game changer.
And times that by our size.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And to take that for granted, seems kind of silly sometimes.
It really does.
Because it's not only is it meaningful, but it's a challenge. The industry is challenging.
Yeah.
And it's ever changing and ever moving and it's alive, right?
Yep.
But that's the part that I think is exciting. It's always different and it's always a different experience with a different guest or all the different people we serve and get to work with.
Yep.
That's meaningful.
So just kind of sharing a couple of examples because for people that may not understand exactly what we're saying and like, how do I know that I'm being meaningful, right? Like, I think there's like, am I doing what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
Am I serving people the right way? Am I in that servant leadership where I'm working for people rather than people working for me? I absolutely just love when people come to me, whether it's years later or weeks later or whatever, like, Eric, like, I remember when you said this and it really helped me. Right. I remember when you showed me this and like, that was really cool. And like, I'm going to tell you sometimes, Riley, I don't remember that. Like, I don't remember maybe that conversation. But we have impactful conversations all the time that my point is that you may not know you're doing it while you're doing it. Right. You may not know you're being meaningful to somebody even while you're doing it because everybody takes that a little differently. But I guarantee you, if you look back and you think about all those conversations you've had along the way, and yes, people don't have to thank you for it, but like watching that person grow or progress, like I talk to people all the time who are like, now they're bosses of this or that or whatever, they're leaders in this industry, or they've switched programs and now maybe they're kicking butt at this job.
But
or whatever.
you had a meaningful impact in your life.
Customers, right? And I know I kind of said it like the customer impact too, but like that's just one example of like that one person who says, hey, this person was like, but that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And that's where even like in the voice comments and the overall satisfaction, like you see it in the comments, like I absolutely love this restaurant because of these people or this person. It's the burgers are the same anywhere, right? Like Arby's, McDonald's, like it's burgers or tacos or whatever, like food is food. But
it's the
meaning behind that and the people behind that really make the difference. And whether we know it or not, we're having meaning. I think, Riley, sometimes we don't take the time to really reflect and say, okay, what have I done that's been meaningful? That way you can just, I don't know, because sometimes you want to feel good about what you're doing, right? Like sometimes I get it, we go through the motions, but like
you want to feel good.
When you really look back and say, okay, I've made some impact, like do you have anything that pops into mind?
Of course. And it's relatively recent in the last couple of years of this new role. I help co-facilitate one of our shift manager classes at our office. We have a bunch of managers come in. They're new. They're green. They're ready to go.
Yeah, I love the energy of those.
So fun. They're so fun. We have so much fun. And the impact that I feel I have on them is pretty great. And when graduation comes at the end of the day, it's so much energy. And you can see, everybody's thanking you. And you feel that you've done your part with them, right? And there's been a couple times where people have pulled me and my co-facilitator Haley aside and just literally for 5 minutes we're just like, thank you. Like I haven't been told this information, or I didn't know this about myself, or and it's just I love the aha moments. I love them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I want to share something that I thought was really impactful, and it kind of tells me that we're on the right track, is somebody came to me and said, hey, I just love working for the organization, right? I really love what the organization is trying to do, where we're going, and the impact that we're making. And to me, because it wasn't like I love working for Eric, right? It wasn't I love working for Riley. It was I really have enjoyed and I love working for the organization.
It's all of us.
Like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
I thought that was honestly, like, I don't know.
That's
like,
so cool.
It made me feel really good about what we're trying to accomplish, right? Because sometimes you don't see it. I'm telling you, like, sometimes you just don't.
And sometimes they don't share. And I think that's also us getting the feedback, though.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't share. And it's like, are we doing the right thing?
Yeah.
But then you also can't please everybody.
No, and we've had the conversation. Like people, I don't mind complaining, right? And what was the conversation?
We were venting.
The venting stuff, right? Like people are going to vent, but like push comes to shove, like it was really cool to hear that, right? Like I just love working for the organization because our vision matters, our ambition matters, like the way we treat people matters, and it's. Go ahead.
And if one person feels that way, odds are other people do too.
Right? I got to hope a little bit. Yeah.
And with the consistency, we're just going to keep developing and empowering our team.
Well, I'm going to tell you from like an us standpoint, for the organization standpoint, I guarantee you in your role or wherever you're listening, you have a bigger impact. Like people have a bigger impact than I think they'll ever give themselves credit for. So
absolutely
keep doing right by people. Keep investing in people. Keep doing internal verifications, right? But we're making an impact, and it's a really cool place to be.
It is. Find your impact. Find your meaning. It's there. You just got to look for it.
Yeah. Find your
Listen,
impact.
learn, lead. We will see you next time.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for joining us on Buns, Burgers, and Big Ideas. We hope today's episode inspired fresh ideas for your leadership journey. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and keep learning with us as we continue to explore leadership in the QSR world. Until next time, take care and lead well.